Our predictions for the 2023 Miami Grand Prix. Biggest good surprise. Okay, so I'm on the belief train right now for this man. I feel like this is the turning point for Valtteri Bottas. Oh. Hell yeah, this man dropped a little P7 last year in Miami in the Alfa Romeo. And yes, the car was probably about 15 seconds a lap quicker than it is this year. However, I'm not necessarily saying that Bottas is going to score points here with biggest good surprise.
He just needs to not be last.
He needs to not be last by half a minute. I think that would be a good start on its way to biggest good surprise. But I think he'll be in the mix to potentially score a point. That's in the mix. Don't hold me to that. There's no terms and conditions here. We will judge it as to whether he does well come Sunday.
So my biggest good surprise, I have gone for Oscar Piastri. I guess here I'm hoping and thinking that he might be closer to Lando, keep him a bit more honest, and just banking on this is the race where Piastri sort of he'll have some actual practice sessions now and things to get himself sorted. So yeah, I think I've gone for Piastri.
Let's not forget as well that Oscar Piastri was actually unwell during the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which I don't think we gave him enough credit for. He was only racing on a few slices of toast, apparently. Ooh. So I feel like, we need to hold our hands up and say, Oscar, you actually did a very good job in Baku, and hopefully you're feeling better. And fingers crossed, for Tommy's sake anyway, to score a point, you do well in Miami. We now head to biggest flop. Oh, no. Okay. So, as we all know, the biggest flop powers are quite extreme on my end for this season.
Doing?
I have gone for Fernando Alonso. Now, I'm sorry. I just have a feeling, okay? It's all based on vibes, as it always is. And people are like, why aren't you saying Verstappen, Matt? I'm not ready. As I've said in the Twitch streams, and I've said everywhere else, right? Red Bull are the final boss. They are the final Pokemon gym master, and I only have sort of mid-level Pokemon right now, okay? I am training up, but unfortunately, Fernando Alonso has had far too much good luck in that Aston Martin so far to finish races, to be scoring podiums, that I feel like Miami, with the higher temperatures, that Aston Martin might get a little bit smoky or something, you know what I mean? I'm so sorry in advance.
I have gone for Pierre Gasly. Now, he's had a few flops this year.
He's been very floppy.
He's been very floppy, and I think he's going to keep flopping into the Miami Grand Prix. You could argue he's one of the biggest flops last race. Been quite up and down, but I think I can just see Gasly having a bit of a meh.
We now go to pole position. Max Verstappen. I mean, there's literally, I need a point here, okay? It has to be, I don't see Ferrari being anywhere near like they were in Baku. I think it's going to be a Red Bull absolute domination this weekend. You see what I'm doing here? Clean sweep. Red Bull on top of every single session is coming this weekend. And one of them, of course, is going to be qualifying a pole position for Max Verstappen.
So pole position, I have gone for, hear me out, Charles Leclerc. I can see him doing it again. It's a track that I feel like will suit him again, a bit like Baku, twisty. I know there's a long straight, but so did Baku, and they weren't losing that much time. So yeah, I'm going to go for Charles Leclerc again. I genuinely think he can do it. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, what a shock. Because I do actually genuinely think he could, he could bag a pole.
I don't know how my mental health feels about that, because I feel like the peaks and the lows just, I can't have a double pole and then get trounced twice to then go into another race weekend where he gets pole and gets trounced again. But anyway, we'll take it. We now move to our top three. In third place, George Russell. He beat Hamilton last time we came to Miami last year. I feel like Russell, although was outperformed, I would say, by Hamilton last weekend, will look to bounce back. It's very much sort of toing and froing in that teammate rivalry still. And I think Russell will have a strong weekend and finish P3.
I have gone P3 for Carlos Sainz.
have you not seen that he's kind of said that he still thinks he's going to be off the pace in Miami?
No, I haven't. P3, Charles Leclerc. No, I'll go for Sainz. I'll back Sainz.
We now go to second place, Sergio Perez. What more do I need to say? It's going to be... I don't... You know what's coming. It's a Sergio Perez P2. Lovely stuff. Although there are walls, technically a street track, don't think he's going to win this one.
So I have gone for the fact that it is a street track and gone P2, Max Verstappen.
You're not backing your boy.
No. I think...
I know what you're doing. You're not backing him because you feel like... You actually you're a little bit under threat now. I feel as a Max Verstappen
the
fan.
Rosberg is the Rosberg thing is it's playing on my mind.
So you genuinely think Perez is just going to outperform Verstappen again?
I can't tell if Miami is a street track or not, but I think just the walls will make Perez think it is, and then suddenly he'll be good.
P1 for me, Max Verstappen. I'm sorry, I didn't go for a crazy top three. Purely because I learned from last time out in Baku when I went for a crazy top three, and it was one of the worst races we've ever seen in the history of Formula One. So, Verstappen, Perez, Russell, very mediocre standard top three. Let's see what the universe rustles up in the... Oh, Russells, get it?
Hey.
In the old kitchen. Didn't even mean to do that.
So P1, I have gone, no surprise, kind of already spoiled it. Sergio Perez. I think he's on a good run of form at the moment. We'll have a big confidence boost from Baku, and it's only... a week away, and yeah, could just see him being on the pace again with Verstappen, because it is one of those kind of twisty, tricky tracks. But I can't see anyone beating Red Bull, even though they will have a special livery this weekend. And we all know what happens when people have one-off liveries. Normally they're cursed, but I think Red Bull are so far clear that not even the special livery curse will hit them.
Cool. All right, then we now move to our one crazy prediction. Okay. Look, I feel like this one's very good as well. Okay, loophole.
You've not gone for another loophole.
We love a loophole, all right? Nick de Vries won't crash.
Wow.
Hey, he crashed twice in competitive sessions, and I feel like it's very much going to be one of those weekends where de Vries will rein it back, be 3 miles off the pace, but he won't crash.
Just to make it interesting, this is the weekend.
He won't crash at all during the whole weekend, at any point.
Okay. So I have gone for my crazy prediction is that they'll miss an important overtake from the race by showing a picture of the crowd.
Okay, well that is going to require some concentration.
But
okay, what does important mean? What top five?
It could be a top 5. It could just be the race is so bloody boring that any overtake is an important overtake.
Well, what I want to highlight, sorry, Tommy, is that last time out we had a terrible race. I think it's fair to say it was pretty dire. But Hamilton passed quite a few cars, and we saw very little of that. Did we not? Because I feel we both gave him a 7 out of 10, which I just want to say, I want to change that to an 8 immediately because
when I watched
of how he got screwed by the safety car and then came back through the field. So I'm sorry for those that got triggered by that.
Yeah, I just really hope that we do get some good TV direction this year, because apparently we missed out on loads last year.
But anyway, that is it. That is the end of our predictions. Tommy, thank you so much. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are...
Baited. Absolutely baited. You thought I was signing out, gone, done.
I will be manifesting. I'll be lighting candles around the house and praying for a good Miami Grand Prix, because, my God, we need it.
I thought you were lighting candles to try and combat my biggest flop for Fernando Alonso, but maybe that'll be it as well. Get rid of the evil spirits. Thank you so much. My final thoughts are, I'm sorry in advance for Fernando Alonso fans, and we'll see you very soon for some more content. Bye!
Bye!